So, here we are again, going for the next challenge. So, let's go back to the Sicilian defense. So, we're playing against a 1900 player, Iris 45. Yeah, I feel like playing the Khan defense or the. Whoa, A4. Yeah, now this is definitely overcautious. Perhaps Black was hitting the move b5, but I don't think it's a good enough reason to spend the move on a4. I think I very happily play knight f6, attack his pawn. Yeah, now let's just play knight c6. I think I'm about to get a very similar pawn structure. Okay, he didn't do it. I thought he would take on c6. But now I just wanted to play the pawn to d5. So white played a bit slowly here. So I think it's a good moment to strike in the center. Yeah, now I have this very solid pawn center. And now I can do a lot of things. One idea that actually comes to mind is, if you saw the other video, which came to a very similar position, one typical idea here would be to try to exchange this bishop. My bishop on c8 is now very bad because of the pawn structure. All of my pawns are situated on white squares. So I'm thinking whether I should really do it. I think I'll do it before you will fix it on a light square. Now I want to exchange it. So if you'll probably castle, maybe I'll play bishop c5 first. In general, I like my position very much here. The pawns, my pawns in the center are very stable and solid. I could develop very naturally. You know, I'm threatening to take his bishop, so probably he'll either take me. If he doesn't take me immediately, I will play queen to b6, and I kind of force him to take me. And then I'll take with the knight. And now I think white has some troubles. I'm threatening to make a discovered attack on this position. I also might take this pawn. I also might not take it. Yeah, now I played queen f2, covering his position. And now I'm thinking just to play rook to b8. Now I have 2 points. So first of all, I'm just defending my queen. Once again, if you see, all of Black's pieces are now protected. And also add more pressure along the b file on his position. So my threat here is, in some cases, just to take the pawn. Yeah, so he's really allowing me to take the pawn if I wish. I'm not sure if I want to take this pawn, because then maybe it will take my knight and it will create some complications. I want to play something more simple. So I can play knight c4 just to force the exchange of queens. I like that idea. What else can I do? Let's see. I can also just castle, or just play bishop a6 as I wanted to do before. Okay, let's start with knight e4. Let's see what he will do in the end game. He is forced to exchange queens. Now I'm threatening to take, so he'll probably play pawn to b3 to safeguard his pawns. I feel this is a more French defense typical position rather than a Sicilian, but I'm not too uncomfortable with it because Black's position is just slightly better here thanks to his strong knight on e4, which is much superior to this knight on b1. Yeah, now I can take it. Now let me try to annoy him a little bit. I have a nice, clever idea. I will play rook to b4. So my rook here is quite annoying for him. He's making some discovered pressure, if this is actually a term of chess, on the pawn on f4. My point that if he will now play knight to d2, I will, yeah, that's what it does. That's what it did. Oh, yeah, I forgot that after knight c3, he has, yeah, but I can just take. Oh, yeah. I just take on d2 and I take the pawn. You know, white is in huge trouble. He lost one pawn, and now this pawn on e5 is permanently weak. So now this is a rook endgame, so I have no reason to castle. I keep my king in the center. Okay, now I have a lot of ways to improve my position. I can try to advance my pawns on the king side, but let's play as simple as possible. Let's just double the rooks on the fourth line. Try to get my rooks this way. Okay, oh, he wants to play rook c5. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. And yeah, this is the reason they say that you should first ask what is your opponent threatening. Had I asked it, I would see it. Fortunately for me, I can still steadily bring my king here and solve this problem. Yeah, but now I made it a bit more complicated than I should. That's for sure. Yeah, let's play king c7, try to get my king here. Now we'll play rook c3, but I'll just defend it with rook a6. Yeah, I didn't play the best way for sure, but I still have the pawn up, so nothing too dramatic happened. Let's play king c6. I think he made a mistake that he allowed me to play this move so easily. Now if the rook moves back, I have this tactic pawn to d4, so I think he's forced to play his rook to c3, but then I just defend the pawn, and I don't see how he's going to defend his e5 pawn. Wow, b4. Yeah, this is a bit desperate. I think I can just take it. He'll play f5, a5, but I just go to b7, no? Yeah, maybe I should have not allowed this one. I'm allowing too much counterplay on this game. I think I'm still okay though. What is the material balance? I have 2 pawns up, I allowed him. I definitely allowed some counterplay. What is his next move? He just wants to take. So let me try to exchange. Let's exchange some rooks. Now I want to play rook to c4. When you're material up, you should exchange. And now I can play rook c4. That looks good. Once again, I want to trade as much as possible to kind of limit his counterplay. If he's declining the exchange, I can take the pawn with a check. So I should be okay there. I definitely misplayed it to some degree. I think I just had a very big advantage with no risk, and suddenly it became slightly more complicated. Now he wants to penetrate. Yeah, this becomes tricky. I can take another pawn, but then he starts to harvest my pawn. Probably I should defend my pawns. Yeah, I have 2 pawns up here, but it's really not so easy to win. My main problem is I cannot get my king out of this kind of box. kind of funny. How did I get myself to this situation? Okay, let's try to put my pawns like this, so they could protect each other. Now I'm only left with one weakness, the pawn on f7. Yeah, now that his king is far away, I think I have no choice but to play rook c2. I don't see otherwise how could I improve my position. And I will grab a pawn. I'll check. Yeah, now it's all about these central pawns. I should. This is my real or main hope. Let's get the king closer to the action. I might part with one pawn, but I don't think it's a huge deal. Now I'm threatening to take the pawn. Now that the king protects my pawn. Yeah, I think I should be winning now. My central pawns are just too strong. Yeah. Okay. Let's give a check. This seems harmless. Now I think I'm winning if I play rook to g4, but I really don't feel like calculating too much. So let's just play rook a4. So this way I'm able to play rook a3 check whenever I need. I think this position should be winning even if he takes my h pawn, because two central connected pawns are much superior to his rear pawns. And now I will take this guy. From here it should be quite an easy win. I just push my central pawns and they kind of do the job. King in front of pawns. Yeah, now he has just no chance. Yeah. Couple of ways to win. Let's play this move, I think. No. Okay, let's push the pawn. The thing is that he cannot check me because my pawns cover my king. So he's just dead lost here. And if his rook ever moves, I just take it. Yeah, now I think I can just play e2 and win. I think it's the most precise way to play. I can also just move my rook and I'm completely winning, but yeah, let's be professional and play the most precise move. Oh, we have rook e8. Jesus. Speaking about professionalism, and I just completely forgot about this option. Yeah, I made it this much more complicated now. I still win here because I cut his king from getting. Yeah, but this is ridiculous. I should have won way more easily. I don't know why I rushed so much with the move e2. But yeah, now my plan is just to advance my pawn, and the reason I'm winning is because his king is cut off, so he cannot come to help to his pieces, and he's cut off by 2 files. So this is exactly the amount that I need in order to win. And now I actually have a chance to demonstrate a winning method, which I think is called the ladder technique. So Let's see if I could get it right. Now I need to get my king out, but I need to shelter my king from potential checks with my rook. So I think I have a couple of ways to do it. Let's place the rook on f5. Yeah, let's place it on f5. And now my plan is to go like this. And now I think, and now I win. So pay attention to this zigzag that the king is doing right now. It's very important. And now, at the end of the day, my rook would be able to cover this this d file when he's going to check. I think this is the way it goes. Maybe I didn't play it the most precise way. Yeah, now I will just play rook f4, threatening rook d4. And now I just have rook d4, or even rook f1. I think they're both win, but let's just put the rook behind the pawn. Yeah, I hope you will resign now and won't test my ability to win with the queen up. Yeah, this is I I really should have not got myself into this endgame, but at least I had the chance to demonstrate some very important technique in the endgame. So the reason it's called a ladder is because the king is doing kind of doing this kind of a ladderish movements, and at the end of the day, it's very important to place the rook on this file, the fifth file, the fourth file, in order to be able to cover the checks from the black king for the white's rook. So, for example, if I go immediately, okay, let's press analyze board. If I play the move king e2 immediately, then it's just starting to check me all around, and I cannot escape checks. And if I go too far, it will take my pawn. So this is exactly why the move. I believe the move rook f5. Okay, the computer says rook f4 is even more precise, but I think they're both just enough to win. And yeah, here he played rook d8, but if he just keeps checking, I have this move king d4, and eventually I cover the king with the rook, and there is just no way to stop me from promoting. So yeah, this game was definitely not easy, definitely more challenging than the other one I played so far. Hopefully the next ones would be even more challenging and interesting to watch. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Goodbye.